prepared to defend this land that was built by slaves, a land that was built by indigenous people, a land that is built by workers? Are you prepared to defend this land? The people united will always prevail. I need you all to stand firm, to stand strong if this president decides to continue to break this constitution.
Incompetent. That's the mayor of Chicago hyping his people up like they're about to go to war because the president of the United States wants to work to stop crime in Chicago. He's quite literally giving speeches to fight the president from stopping crime in Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, here's what happened this weekend.
Chicago police say 7 people were shot in the Bronzeville neighborhood. We're told a group of people were standing outside around 11 o'clock last night when a car drove by and someone fired into the crowd. The victims include 5 women and 2 men ranging in age from 28 to 32 years old.
That's just one example of this weekend. And think about that, 5 women shot. There were over 50 people shot in Chicago this weekend alone. And the mayor is trying to stop the president from coming in and quelling all this violence. Think about how stupid that is. Again, they care more about opposing Trump than they care about actually doing good things for the people they govern. Many of these individuals are incompetent. So while he's fighting to stop the president from quelling violent crime, he's also virtue signaling to people and saying things that aren't true. You remember early on, he said this.
Are you prepared to defend this land that was built by slaves, a land that was built by indigenous people?
You know, he has to get the inaccurate virtue signaling out to his base because it's about virtue signaling and opposing Donald Trump. That is what the modern Democratic Party is about. Now, he said slaves built Chicago. Incorrect. Illinois joined the Union as a free state. Slavery was not permitted in Chicago when it came into existence. The vast majority of Chicago's early construction and expansion was done by immigrant labor, and the immigrants were primarily white. Irish, German, Polish, Scandinavian. But again, the truth doesn't matter when we need to virtue signal and oppose Donald Trump. A reminder, there were over 50 people shot in Chicago this weekend. And if you think about it, he's busy trying to rile up his city to oppose the federal government coming in to help stop the violence. It's pathetic. Also, just a reminder, I have a free email newsletter where I go into more detail on many of these topics. This is one of the only places I cannot be censored, and I also give you morning updates here. The link is in my profile. Just go to my profile, click the link, you'll see the screen right here. Drop your email in, hit subscribe, and you'll be good to go. That's all I got for now. We'll see you in the next one.
Well, just to speak on it, it's been a minute. My name is Malik. This is a call-in show. It's live tonight. And we will probably try periodically to do a live show if we can get people back interested. The number here is 312-738-1845. There's somebody at the phone. Give them about 10 to 15 minutes. Once you find out what we're talking about, you can call in and have your comment. No more than 3 to 4 minutes. Don't call here trying to preach. This ain't no pulpit. It's a platform where you have opportunity to interact and to get your word out. And if you got people that you want to see you on TV, then there it is. Now, we've been doing this at CAN TV for a long time. This is Channel 19. Y'all know that I'm basically a Channel 21 person. But looking at what I'm looking at, looking at the way Mr. McDonald and them got this line sitting here, this is all right. I mean, you know, I was thinking I'm gonna have a whole bunch of background. That technology, you know, it used to take a dozen of us in this studio. And now you can take 1, 2, 3 people and you can do this. So the young man that you just heard, I don't know where he's from, but I see him on social media. And I thought he did an excellent job in his presentation of that particular clip and his commentary in telling the truth. Now, one of the things that I think, you know, speak on it is a commentary approach. Some folks say you should this and that. You don't determine what we should do. This is what we do. We call, we give you opportunity to speak on it. And it don't take no 5 people sitting here for you to have the opportunity. Matter of fact, if 5 people sitting here, you ain't gonna be able to say nothing. So this is so you can get it out and get it in. Out of your head, out of your mouth, into the air. into the ear of somebody that might be helped, inspired, and empowered. That's what it's about. And that young man was doing that. Now, I don't know what's wrong with this dude they got down there on the 5th floor. I try not, as an elder, I try not to say nothing scandalous. But, you know, he's so out of touch with what's up. He really is. I think he needs to have it behind in Cuba. He think he's some little fake revolutionary. Down there hollering and talking all that foolishness, that ain't the posture. That ain't the role of a man. It ain't. You signify. Those devils, I think it was January the 6th or whenever it was, they pulled all of that foolishness and lied on Trump, hooked him up on some false charges, accused him of something. All of that was a lie. But this boy here, if he don't watch himself, one of them idiots gonna go out there and do something, and his mouth gonna just be closing, and they gonna blame him. And he gonna end up with a real case for inciting whatever develops. Some of you damn preachers need to pull him in, pray for him, put your hand on his head. Somebody might need to put your hand over his mouth and tell him to cool it with that. Here we are, got women and children and people dying all over the place, and he got the audacity to think that it's his role to signify with Trump. And Trump said, we want to bring people in to help people live. And you want to sit there and write an executive order saying that the ICE people got to have their face unwrapped. They got to turn against the federal government because you said so. See, that's why, you know, I'm so glad that the Spirit directed us and allowed us to be here today. CAN TV has been for a long time an opportunity for folks like me to be able to get it out and get it in, to speak on it. And somebody got to say what need to be said. And what need to be said is we, the Negro, need Trump in the absence of God to come here, to send somebody here to stop the damn crime. We need that. And the other correction that the young man said, and I'm glad he said it. This boy up there thinking he preaching. But once he leave office, he'll probably get a storefront church, and then he can get up there with that propaganda. But the truth is what the boy said. Yes, DuSable discovered the land they call Chicago. There ain't no question about that. But the truth is the truth. But he didn't say the truth. He exaggerated and implied that his truth, that Negroes built the land free as slaves, this country, but that didn't apply to Chicago at that stage. So when a person get up there and try to play with your emotions, thinking that you ignorant and stupid, that's why I speak on it, gonna try to slide in periodically to just bring you back to a reality check. And I know you Negroes don't want nobody to say nothing good about what this administration is doing. Man, please. We gonna speak on what's good for the Negro. You can sit here with your fake black, fake African American, wanna be other behind, but that ain't gonna save you. Only something that's directed toward the problem at hand, and that is these criminals running around knowing there's no consequence, knowing that the little people they got in place are so committed to enabling them to kill innocent people that they can just do what they want to do. No. Come on, Mr. Trump, President Trump, bring them on. And to insinuate that the National Guard's coming here to kill black people and gonna do this, I'm insulted. I'm a damn veteran. Do you mean to tell me you think those of us or those that are now in the military do anything other than follow orders? Do you really think that the community is so stupid that you can sit here and punch your finger that the National Guard are so renegadish that they're going to just come here and everybody they see that looks like you is going to be a victim? And yet, you want to stand on and possibly lay down on all of this for some damn illegal invaders. They ain't got no business here. But you telling people that was born here to fight this government, to get them out of the way so your people can get the benefits of their tax dollars. Brother, run those pieces from D.C., and I'm starting with that because of the fact that you use that as your cop-out. But now that she's had to say what she say, now what example do you have? And don't tell me nothing about that nappy-head female in L.A. Because if you go back and look at what she come from, she's been a communist all her damn life. And those paid people they had in L.A. doing what they was doing and doing what they was doing for that George Floyd foolishness, that's what they want to bring to Chicago, have them out there tearing up the streets and blame it on Trump. No. Those are going to be paid for, bust in, flew in, mercenary agitators. Negroes got more sense than that. And don't tell me nothing about what Mayor Daley said, shoot to kill. Yeah, he said that in a time when that was appropriate. Oh, you saying it was appropriate to shoot and kill somebody? Dude, if you're running out there with guns, do you think it ain't appropriate for somebody to have a gun? Their uniform don't exempt them from having the need to stay alive. So when you take that gun, then those people will take their gun. But stop trying to send people in the wrong direction. Hit those spots, Mr. McDonald, so I can be quiet.
What we think in just a couple of weeks of experience has worked. Having more federal law enforcement officers on the street. We think having more stops that got to illegal guns has helped. We think that there's more accountability in the system, or at least perceived accountability in the system, that is driving down illegal behavior. We know that we have had fewer gun crimes, fewer homicides, and we have experienced an extreme reduction in carjackings. What we know is not working is a break in trust between police and community, especially with new federal partners in our community. We know having masked ICE agents in the community has not worked, and National Guards from other states has not been an efficient use of those resources. This is what we think, and just
Now that's the mayor of D.C. Still trying to talk out both sides of her mouth. But she had to spit a little reality. Because all over social media, I won't say all over, but the places I'm looking at, I see more people praising what has changed for the better than those that's echoing the lie that they got these parakeets in Chicago saying. Chicago, man, when I was a shorty, young man growing up, Chicago was so straight up on the move. But these creatures you got today, even the few platforms they have where you can get it out and get it in and speak on it, they got these creatures that call themselves hosts, and anybody that want to have a different opinion, anybody that want to say, well, wait a while, anybody that want to bring somebody like her, the mayor of D.C., to give you another perspective. These bastards cut you off or abort the truth so their lie can be heard and the alternative to the lie is smothered. Nah, hell no. As long as God give me breath and Can TV allow me to do this, and yeah, like I said before, every Wednesday night, I think you can do this, ain't no money involved. Every Wednesday night, from 9 to 12 a.m., from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m., you can catch us on WVON. That's 1690 a.m. You call in here and speak on it. A lot of folks call in. It's like it used to be down here on Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. People be calling in, they be spitting it. And of course, they spit something other than the script. And we appreciate that. All right, Mr. McDonald, we can go on to the next piece if you got it ready.
We appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. The most significant thing that we are highlighting today is the area of crime that was most troubling for us in 2023. Now, we have driven it down over the last years, but I'm going to get my glasses so I can make sure I can see it correctly. But for carjackings, the difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings in Washington, D.C. We know that when carjackings go down, when the use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
Well, you heard it from her. She's the mayor. And what she's saying is what is. If you're too ignorant to appreciate what Trump NIM has done, keep that to yourself, little boy. Don't try to use your lie to keep the opportunity to have the same type of progress that they have had in D.C. And for you to act like that it made sense for all of that foolishness for all them years to be allowed. And you had all them damn democratic reptilians. Well, I'm sorry, they ain't reptilians. They ain't qualified to be called reptilians. They lower than reptilians. Crawled around, and they were the little ones getting paid to keep the real Negro from rising up. And they was helping the violence be. And now the Trump say, whoa, wait a minute, no, we're going to stop that. People don't have to die. They don't, because we have the power. And he right. I live in D.C. I live here. I doubt if he live in D.C. proper, but that's his work location. You imagine people from all over the world coming to see the president of the United States of America, and you got to go through all of that filth, garbage, and you Negroes got the audacity to try to make like that is how you wanted to stay. You are a damn disgrace. Let that man come here and get these killers off the damn street. I was looking today, 2 white women, 2 different situations. Some characters downtown just walked up to them and beat them down, knocked them down. Folks didn't see it coming. Folks on their way to work 8 o'clock in the morning, and some creature, because they know you damn people in charge now, ain't gonna do nothing about it. Now we need Trump to come on. And if he have to come and take care of some business for ICE and get them invaders out of the race, so be it. But if you want to act a fool and not stop doing what you did on on Labor Day, you knew he might have came here. You should have had enough sense, little boy, instead of up there trying to incite the way you was doing. You should have been making a speech telling them, now you know Trump coming. Make a lie out of Trump. Don't kill nobody. Don't shoot people. Don't do none of that. Be cool. Let's have no crime. Let's show this man that we don't need him. No, you didn't do that. And look what happened. Damn near 60 people shot, and that's what they tell us. So if they say damn near 60, it was probably 160. damn near 9 killed. If they say damn near 9 killed, you can bet it was probably 30 killed. That's what he should have been doing. Discouraging people not to do anything stupid and to show Trump that they was not needed. But instead, he showed Trump how bad they are needed. All right, Mr. McDonald, continue, sir.
Go on Friday and that they would begin actions on Saturday. And then very important, I also don't want to tell you that I know absolutely because they haven't confirmed any of that to us. But what we're hearing is that they'll be assembled, ready to go on Friday, and that they would begin actions on Saturday. And then very importantly, we've asked for the public to be ready with your iPhone and any way that you can to record what's going on in their neighborhoods by ICE. Because we think that's the best way to demonstrate what ICE is doing if they're doing something wrong, or to keep them honest and doing the right thing because they know they're being watched.
Now I want you to think, here you are, the governor. What a disgrace. You know, that character there is such a hypocrite. He is just like a little kid. And he and Trump have allowed themselves to engage in child's play, signifying with each other. Both of them billionaires, and they out here talking, but they're operating out of emotions. Trump said, I'd like to come if he would just ask me to come. But dude says, I ain't gonna do it. But now let me tell you something about dude. Now, in Illinois and a lot of other places in America, if a citizen, one of us born here, especially a Negro, is recording, videoing a police or law enforcement officer doing his job, it's a crime. But now, this devils tell people, use your device and video. Now he talking to those communities where those invaders are. So he gonna tell illegal people to do what they say is illegal for us as citizens to do. He tell the illegal folks that ain't got no business here to use the device that the government has given them to record the people that are legally doing their job. But he won't tell the police not to lock us up when the police is trying to abuse us, kill us unjustly. Ain't that something? He wants them to record ICE doing something wrong if they do something wrong. We want to use our device to record the police doing something wrong, like killing us, and they doing something wrong, and you say, we going to jail because we recorded the police. And then you little handkerchief head, coloreds, black, fake African Americans want to uphold that foolishness. Play that other piece with dude talking, Mr. McDonald.
Unhinged remarks a few minutes ago, begging me to call him.
If the governor of Illinois would call me up, I would love to do it. Now, we're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country.
No, I will not call the president asking him to send troops to Chicago. I've made that clear already. I'm aware that the president of the United States likes to go on television and beg me to call and ask him for troops. I find this extraordinarily strange, as Chicago does not want troops on our streets. I also have experience asking the president for assistance, just to have the rug pulled out from underneath me when execution meets reality. I refuse to play a reality game show with Donald Trump again. In the coming days, we expect to see what has played out in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. to happen here in Chicago. First, Donald Trump is positioning armed federal agents and staging military vehicles on federal property. We are ready to fight troop deployments in court, and we will do everything possible to ensure that agents operating inside the confines of this state do so in a legal and ethical manner. To Chicagoans, what you can do is look out for your communities and your neighbors. Know your rights. Film things that you see happening in your neighborhoods and your streets and share them with the news media. Authoritarians thrive on your silence. Be loud for America.
What a disgrace. He's supposed to be a governor. For him to stand there and say that against the administration that's in place, it's disgraceful. And for you Negroes that got common sense to buy into that, it's disgraceful and shameful. This man know that he lying. He know that he need help. But his ego, his hatred for those of us that live in those conditions where we are preyed upon, killed, robbed, whatever they feel like doing. He don't mind that, but he mind and lie on the intentions of the president. What a disgrace. And anybody that see this as being correct, I mean, what happened to you people? And I'm talking to you, Negro. And oh, by the way, the number here, because it's a live show. If you're at the house and you're looking at TV, you just will call in here. Don't make it personal. Don't call in here cranky. Because I'm going to crack back on you, we're going to hang up on you. So don't even call here with them cranks. But if you got something that can help somebody understand why they doing what they doing, you ain't got to agree with me. But you got to bring it. Don't be arguing, because we don't do all that here. Say what you got to say, and if it sound like you're going to say something crazy, we're gonna deal with that. But call here like you're intelligent, 312-738-1845. Now, I'm really used to doing 25-minute shows. I must really be getting to be a senior citizen. Now, I actually timed the clips to work for about 25 minutes or a little more. So we're going to still do that. So I'm encouraging you all to call, because we got an hour. And I definitely don't want to do no whole lot of talking. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that with a format like this, I need to do no hour. But that's what you can get in this time. So we'll make arrangements. Probably from now on, it won't be live. It'll just be pre-recorded, 25 or 30 minutes, like it was on 21. But, there's ba-da-da-da-da. So I ain't going to get into all that. But today, we're going to make the best out of this situation. But we really want to develop an audience that's at the house, that's free to call here and participate. And I'm going to say like we used to, but it was a different time what we used to do. But we used to be able to, I saw a couple of people yesterday in two different areas, one in Chicago and one in the suburbs. And they were saying, man, we would look at you on CAN TV, you and boys in there, da da woo woo. Now, I ain't seen them people, I don't know them people, but I know they were looking at me and boys there to be a long time ago. They still remember. And we try to keep it going. We try to make it be real. Because as long as one of us here, one of us need to continue the tradition. All right, brother, play this other piece here.
For Chicago and cracking down on crime. It is a priority of this administration to ensure that American cities are safe again, and I'm so glad that you brought up the crime in Chicago, because we've been seeing the governor of Illinois parading out there saying that There's nothing wrong with Chicago. It's a great place to live. There's no crime there. He doesn't need President Trump's help. Well, I think the residents of Chicago beg to differ, and the statistics beg to differ. And I'll just share a few of those statistics with all of you. For 13 consecutive years, Chicago has had the most murders of any U.S. city. This is J.B. Pritzker's legacy, by the way. For 7 consecutive years, Chicago has had the highest murder rate among U.S. cities with more than 1 million people. In 2024, just last year, Chicago's murder rate per capita was 3 times higher than Los Angeles and nearly 5 times higher than New York City. That's more than double the murder rate in Islamabad and nearly 15 times more than Delhi. Out of Chicago's 147,899 reported crimes this year, that's how many crimes have been reported in Chicago since January 1st. There have only been arrests in 16% of them. These numbers are unacceptable. There have been more illegal guns recovered in Chicago than in New York City and Los Angeles combined. The number of reported motor vehicle thefts last year was more than double the number in 2021. And Chicago has also, just like DC, come under scrutiny over discrepancies in its homicide data reporting. So as bad as these numbers are, perhaps they are even worse. And this is Governor Pritzker's legacy. He should put politics aside. He should pick up the phone and call this president, who would be more than happy to do right by law-abiding American residents in the city of Chicago, and we hope that he will.
You see? Now they want to tell you crime is down. You heard that woman. They want to tell you Chicago is down on damn near, it's number 10 or number 30 on the list. Now she said of 1 million and more. See, people, I mean, and the sadness is that they talk to us like we stupid. But that information there is just on social media. And you know I don't have the skill set that you young people have where you can go on and do, no. I just follow the Spirit. And I follow the Spirit and I can get this information. So what would happen if you were like the young man that opened it up and was telling you and come in on that little boy from the 5th floor? You understand? People all over this country, all over this world are talking about Chicago and how senseless this administration is and how clueless the damn governor is. You understand? Makes no sense. The woman was not lying. But you want to discount the fact, and don't nobody have to tell you. Anytime you see one mother, 27 years old, 9 kids got killed over that weekend. Another boy down there on 47th in down there by Tilden High School, 47th and Union. I used to work over there for a while. This boy here, 19, shoots a 12 and a 15-year-old. One of them kids died. And I worked where this happened. I worked that spot. I mean, my feet have covered the ground where that happened. So I have did many interventions over there in Canaryville. You understand? But what happens is you don't want to acknowledge that. And then right down there in Brunsville, over there on Ellis, or wherever in the hell it was, right across from the headquarters, police department, 7 folks shot. And you say you don't need Trump. Then you go out west, another 5 shot, and you don't need Trump. And you go over here, another 4 shot, and you don't need Trump. What they need to do is come here and lock your behind up for sitting here and allowing these killers to run loose and just shoot into groups of people and kill them. And you got the audacity to say you don't need Trump because you say Trump is a racist. You's an idiot. You sitting here, and I heard Trump. Y'all done discussed Trump so much. Trump says, maybe I need to just go on down to St. Louis. They got a problem. They want me to come. Maybe I should go on down to New Orleans. They want me to come. Maybe I should put Chicago late on the list. then you would call that a victory. You would say he's scared. You would say he's a chump. You would say that you have won something. That's what you would say. So I pray to God and the Negro ancestors that Trump bring them people here today and release them on your ass. Because this man is saying they don't want me there, so maybe I shouldn't go there. No, Trump, I don't want no other woman, no other child, no other person to die because of these idiots. The governor and this little boy on the fifth floor don't have enough sense to accept the help that you could bring them and they could have peace like they have in D.C. You understand? So for us to sit here and let these two idiots and all their little puppets run around here and let the world see and think that we all are stupid and that we all prefer our people being slaughtered by our own people. Yeah, that's what I said. You killing you. Trump ain't killing you. The National Guard ain't killing you. You killing you. You killing your own kind. And if I was in a position, you killing your own kind, I would do what Trump said he's going to do for those in D.C. He said if you kill somebody in D.C., we giving you the capital punishment and we going to kill your behind. Right on. And they need to do that here. He already said that whole foolishness with that old bail foolishness. You commit a crime and you too poor to get out. So they let you go and you go back out there and kill the person you tried to kill before you got locked up and they let you go for free. How stupid is that? And you damn elected officials in the city, in the county, in the state want to act like and take credit. We're the first state to do that. Yeah, that shows how ignorant you are. It's a damn shame. Trump said, I'm gonna figure out a way that we're gonna go back. We ain't gonna have that. And I agree. Now, if a person is driving, I agree that if you're driving and you ain't committed no crime, run over nobody or tore up nobody's stuff, they shouldn't lock you up for that. But if you're a damn criminal, going in somebody's store like they did, went down on Nordstrom's, stole up $100,000 worth of stuff, got away. And then this new, she looked like she a white woman, the state's attorney, I salute her. She rolled it back. That black woman was there in there, told them, y'all can steal up to $1,000 and you ain't going to jail. So they just stealing. So they hit 7 or 8 Foot Lockers in the same 10-day period. But that woman said, $300, that's a felony. Can you imagine? But she ain't on the damn TV, social media, talking crazy about Trump and them. Because she know and I know, if you steal a dime worth of stuff, they should lock you behind up. You don't have a right to go in somebody's store and steal up $300 worth of stuff and go to jail and come back and go in there every day and steal up. Them people would be out of business. And when they had it so you could steal $1,000, that was just some insane insanity on the part of these damn enabling Democrats. The audacity of you. You're going to keep on. And in a minute, I hope Bogovic, whatever his name is, the previous governor, I hope he gone and listen, man. I done told you down here on Tucker and Him show. Dude, you need to run for governor, for mayor. He the only thing I see out there that can bring this city back to balance. Don't need no more pop-ups like that Lightfoot and this no foot. Don't need no more of that. Don't need no more colored pop-ups. Get rid of the one you got. Bring in that man that used to be governor that you lied on and sent to prison for other reasons than a crime. Let him come. Let him run. Because he did tend to be sort of fair. Ain't nobody gonna never be really fair to a Negro. They ain't gonna never give you what you got coming. But you would have got more, and you would get more from this one that was governor than you got from that Lightfoot female. You'll get more from the one that was governor than you're going to ever get from the boy on the 5th floor. It's a fact. And I don't care about what you like, about what I say. I don't care. It ain't personal. It's the reality. If you can sit here and our people are dying, mass shootings all over town, not 1, but 4 and 5 in the same 72-hour period, if you can sit there and say you don't need no help from the federal government, then whatever I say, you better be glad that my tongue don't turn into a double-edged sword and jump out my mouth and come through that TV and tear your behind up. Somebody got to tell you the damn truth. You need help in this city, and you need it now. Time out. Now show this piece here to show you how they just like to blame Trump. And then, we'll do some other things. I should have used some of them other clips, but I was hoping we would do something different. But let's go on, Mr. McDonald. Well, I guess while he getting to the that other piece, we'll continue to speak on as it relates to this impending presence, occupation, or whatever they're going to do from the federal government. Now, the federal government, like Trump said, he have a duty. What Democrat, including that test tube creature they had in there, he didn't come to Chicago to try to help. He didn't. That damn Biden, he didn't come to Chicago to try to help. But now this man say, I'm coming. He offered to come the last time. But then, what's her name? That Lightfoot creature, now they got her running her mouth about what they gonna do if he come here and do what he say he gonna do. All you damn coloreds, man, y'all need to just go somewhere and shut up. Because everything you say in this situation is contrary to what anybody with common sense know. And that is, anytime you get these many people killed, you heard the statistics that woman out of Washington just got through running off. All this crime. Now you got opportunity for somebody to help you. And you say, we don't want no help because you getting illegal people out of here like you said and like needed to be done. And because we stand with the illegal people and not with the people that's getting killed or might be saved, we gonna obstruct what you do. And then you got these damn bootleg preachers running around here acting like they don't know right from wrong. They contributing to this insanity of the governor and this little boy. Ain't nobody in the city of Chicago got enough common sense to say, whoa, wait a while. We need help, and we need it now. Now they say, no, keep giving us money so we can throw it away, so we can da-da-da-da. Woman called in the other night on the radio show, and she said she had spent 6 hours over there on 95th and Western in one of them Social Security offices because she got some, one of her children or something had special needs, and she was in there trying to take care of some things because the money hadn't come in. But she said there were one or two people, and the place was packed from wall to wall in Social Security office. Ain't none of them damn illegals paid no Social Security money. But they sitting up in there and they getting services and took her 6 hours for somebody to get to her, and all they could tell her is we don't know what happened to it. But you sitting here making it a way for somebody that ain't paid a penny in Social Security to get some money. Ain't that a shame? You sit here and lie on Trump. Say, here, he cutting Medicare, he cutting Social Security. Yeah, he cutting it from the people that ain't paid into it. But you want people to think he cutting it from you. You want people to think that he taking it from your grandmama. No, it's the people that Doge found that was taking it from your grandmama. It's people like that Crockett female that was getting paid 11 years after her grandmama was in the ground and still collecting the checks, talking about she forgot. Hell, you wasn't forgetting to collect and cash that check. That's what you want. Give it to the illegals, but don't give it to the people who have earned it. And you're going to lie on Trump and panic Trump. This is great. Affordable housing. Affordable housing for what? Hell, you stayed in CHA for 60 years. You done raised all of these idiots. And they came behind you, and they in Section 8 for the last 30 years. Trump is right. You got 2 years. You fix it, you get yourself together, and you move on. And now you're going to make it seem like Trump is the boogeyman. No. He need to come here and do a complete remake of Chicago and go from city to city. Wherever you got these concentrations of this violence, go in those places. Take control. Do what you have to do to bring civilization back to these damn colonies, and maybe they'll grow into being communities. That's what needs to happen. But until such time that our people stop being sent off by these pimps and parasites, we're going to continue to have people all over the world. And I said it when the boy first got elected. I told you, man, y'all need to get them preachers. Somebody need to talk to this boy. Because, you know, if he be there for 60 days, they're going to all see what I see now. You can see through him. Ain't nothing in him. Nothing is in him. Useless. What a wasted vote. And now people all over the world use him as what they hate. But I told you that. He has become the example of what to hate as a black representative. Because he look out for everything and anything but us, the descendants of slaves. Those that was born Negro and died Negro. And now you idiots running around here calling yourself black, colored, and African American. Ain't none of that foolishness correct. And some old new generation talking about they some other word. Foolishness.
When people talk about black women being obese, I hate it because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same. I hate when people...
Now think. Yeah, I figured that was appropriate. Now here's a big old creature. Was been big before Trump got in there. Even if she would have been eating when Trump was there from the last time and kept on eating now. Big old creature got the audacity to blame Trump for her and them other big old creatures. Too sorry, or whatever the condition is, to take responsibility for yourself. So you said Trump has created the stress situation that you done got to be fat as a damn elephant. It had the audacity to be in the public. Now I believe that somebody paid you to be that clown, and that's why I use you as a clown. Because I know damn well you can't believe what you just said. And the sadness is, that's what they think. She was in a room full of them. Big, greedy creatures. Instead of going to the gym or closing or having their lips, instead of having they booty fat putting in their lips so they can look more like a pig, They should have somebody to put some stitches in their lips so they can't eat so much. Instead of getting on social media blaming Trump that it cost of this, it cost of that, our DNA and our da-da-da-da. You know, you people need to stop. Trump didn't make that happen. You made that happen. You did. Trump gonna help you though, because he said you ain't gonna be getting all that them food, whatever you call that now, vouchers or whatever the hell you get. I saw one on there. She had been bragging on social media. She had all them damn 9 kids by 9 different dudes. Well, 7 different dudes, because the last set was by the same one, some twins. And she was on there talking about the $10,000 a month she was getting. And now they done snatched that bank, and she on there begging somebody to send her money. Now, even if it's just a creator, and they using that as, you know, I don't like to call it fake entertainment, but they can get people to act like that's true. And it is true. So now they done took her off. And I just say, well, how am I gonna feed my kids? Should have thought about that. Number one, before you had all them damn kids, and you knew you ain't had enough sense to get no job, but no, you was laying up in free housing. And then anything that came by, and you was big as her. And I don't understand it, and the Lord knows, man, I ain't got nothing against no people what size you are. That's between you and it. Whatever made you and allowed you to do that, cool. Whoever wants you to make, cool. But the reality is, don't expect the taxpayers to keep paying for y'all. We shouldn't have to pay for that. Take that money and give it to some veterans. Feed the veterans so they don't be homeless. Trump gonna take spot out there in L.A. and it's gonna be, I'm gonna call it a settlement, 6,000 beds, whatever it is, to be able to accommodate 6,000 veterans. Gonna have all type of support services there. He wants to use some of that money that they saved from the money Doge found. We would have got that money from Doge, but you had the most stupid politicians start talking. So Trump took that off the table. We could have got $5,000 to $8,000 checks, those of us that worked and paid taxes. And then them damn politicians kept signifying on Trump, and now he's gonna do something else with the money. Ain't that something? You talked us out of money with your ignorant self. That's selfish. But see, Trump done got tired of y'all talking, and I don't think he's been in there a whole year yet. If y'all don't stop acting a fool, you're gonna talk something up, and something gonna happen. And it ain't gonna be Trump's fault. It's gonna be your fault. Because people like this little boy here, they get out there with that foolishness that he was doing, that is gonna create something in the universe. And it's gonna make some idiot go off. And that idiot is gonna do something so stupid until it's gonna have a chain reaction. And I pray that it don't happen. Because then you're gonna have a situation that the Negro ain't experienced. Now all them old damn illegals that invaded the country and came over here, many of them that had Civil War. And they created Civil War and they run over here, and now they try to create Civil War over here. But now the Negro ain't never had nothing but a little ride, and most of the time them rides was actually kicked off by paid agitators. But if y'all mess around here and the wrong person get hurt in them streets, they're gonna have to use the National Guard as soldiers. Right now they're the National Guard, so they in the park cleaning up the park. They doing this, they doing that. You know, they don't see it as demeaning because they're the military. And they know that's what, you know, I'm in the military, so I ain't, you know, job description, what it is. Yeah, my training is in this and that and boo 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 boo. But this is what the government need me to do. I'm ready to do that. So they doing a lot of things that you won't do. You so arrogant that your folks say, I ain't gonna let my kids go to no army. I ain't gonna let them fight for this country. Well, if they don't fight for the country and they're gonna be in the streets fighting against the country, then, you know, that's on you and them. But if I was not where I am, if I was a politician in that position, I'd do what Trump is saying. If your butt is 18, you ain't in school, you ain't working, you ain't trying to do nothing, they should do them like they done my generation. I volunteered. Because during that time, the Vietnam peace, you could volunteer for 2 years. So I took advantage of that because, hell, I didn't want to be in college and then get snatched out. So I said, let me get this out of the way. And I went on in and got out honorably. Now, what's wrong with these young'uns of today? Go on in there, do your time, get out honorably. But don't stay out here and agitate and your dumb butt mama and question mark daddy think it's okay that you don't supposed to go serve this country. If you don't think you're supposed to serve the country, you damn sure shouldn't be served by the country. They should not give you nothing to eat. They should not give you nowhere to stay. If you are too sorry to serve the country, you shouldn't have nothing coming. You should be just like your mama and your daddy want you to be. Mad and angry at a boogeyman, but it's closer to you than Trump would ever be. Well, there it is. I thank CAN TV for letting us have this opportunity today. And see, I thank Brother Javaz. I think, yeah, we're going to do the pre-recorded from now on. To call something live and people ain't available to call, that's just, you know, that's too much work. That's too much work for me to sit here and do an hour when I could do 2 shows in 25 minutes apiece and the time, and there it is. But we did this here because we wanted people to have enough time to talk and woo-woo-woo. That was then. You know, so we'll leave that where it was. But I appreciate y'all making yourselves available and Ms. Leslie and them allowing me to come in here because I know people would be looking and saying, he talk like this, he talk like that. Yeah, but you know, this still America, freedom of speech. And I ain't lying. Ain't nothing I said is a lie. Everything I said is the truth. God will stand on what I said. The ancestors will stand on what I said. Now you might not like it. And I don't say that I only can say the truth and because I said it is true. No, I ain't saying it. I'm saying if you got any common sense, you can know that what Trump is talking about doing is not against the Negro, and it's good for the whole city. If he can save just one person from getting killed, that's worth him coming. But you say, let as many die as can, and we don't care as long as Trump don't come here. That is so stupid. I started to talk about another situation, but I took it down. It's just preaching. But I'm going to say a little bit about it. Here's some old retarded, demented, mental patient that somehow or another, some spirit allowed this bastard 10 years ago to get confronted, but he got back on the streets. And now it's over social media. This thing done exploited, trafficked people, starved people, beat people, and done raised over $50 million. They done locked him up again. No speaking, no spirit, just a dumb, stupid pig. And that's what y'all want, and that's what we get. $50 million. People helped him, and he hurt them. Well, until next time, Alafia, peace, and good health. They say I should keep going because we got another second. And I'm going to suggest to y'all that, call on Wednesday night from 9 to 12.